Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Thursday. We've got 11 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. Yeah, we'll hop in it. Lighter slate today, starting with the Miami Marlins versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at minus 190. Miami plus 155 with the over-under at 8.5. Miami coming into this matchup 12-13. The Braves 17-8. Pitching for the Marlins is Braxton Garrett with an ERA of 2.84. Pitching for the Braves is Kyle Wright with an ERA of 5.93. Garrett, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. Wright, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 2 strikeouts. Miami on a 4-game losing streak, 3 straight losses against Atlanta. Atlanta's looked very good in this series here. Miami 0-7 on the road against Atlanta too, and they just haven't. They've been outplayed this series, and I think I'm gonna roll with the Braves at home. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Dodgers opening up as road favorites at minus 165. The Pirates plus 140 with the over-under at 7.5. Dodgers coming into this matchup 13-12. The Pirates 17-8. Pitching for the Dodgers is Julio Urias with an ERA of 3.33. Pitching for the Pirates is Mitch Keller with an ERA of 3.64. Urias, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Keller, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. LA coming off a Pitt loss yesterday, 8-1. Big underdog win for Pitt. And I mean, they've been playing great baseball here. And early on assessments, Dodgers, man, they're just not the team early on we probably maybe have come to think. I know they got plenty of injuries and whatever, but man, Dodgers being big favorites, I just think they're not going to be that reliable this season being a big favorite. And Pirates are playing well. Give me Pirates plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at minus 115. Seattle minus 105 with the over-under at 8. Mariners coming into this matchup 11-13. The Phillies 12-13. Pitching for Seattle is George Kirby with an ERA of 3.57. Pitching for the Phillies is Matt Strahm with an ERA of 3.0. Kirby, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Strahm, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 11 strikeouts. Seattle coming off a Philly loss. Philly with a nice win yesterday, winning 6-5. Another game where the line's, in favor of the Phillies. The cheap line. I think I'll take a shot with the Phillies at home here. Next matchup, we got the San Diego Padres versus the Chicago Cubs. Padres opening up as road favorites at minus 130. The Cubs plus 120 with the over-under at 8.5. Padres coming into this matchup 13-13. The Cubs 13-10. Pitching for the Padres is Seth Lugo with an ERA of 2.78. Pitching for the Cubs is Hayden Wesnecky with an ERA of 4.67. Lugo, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Wesnecky, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 1 strikeout. Padres coming off a Cubs win 5-3. Then losing, 6-0 in that first game there. Wesnecky's been all right. Pretty even pitching matchup here. And I think I'll take a shot with the Cubs plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the St. Louis Cardinals versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at minus 145. St. Louis plus 120 with the over-under at 8.5. Cardinals coming into this matchup 9-16. The Giants 11-13. Pitching for the Cardinals is Miles Mikolas with an ERA of 7.46. Pitching for the Giants is Logan Webb with an ERA of 5.28. Mikolas, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Webb, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 8 strikeouts. At St. Louis, on a 3-game losing streak against the Giants, they have really not played well in this series, or in general, just 3-7 in their last 10. Giants quietly on a little 5-game winning streak. They've been playing well these last few weeks. St. Louis 0-5 on the road against San Francisco. And yeah, I'm going to roll with the team that's just playing better baseball. And I'm going to roll with the Giants at home. Next matchup, we got the Oakland Athletics versus the LA Angels. Angels opening up as big home favorites at minus 300. Oakland plus 240 with the over-under at 8.5. Oakland coming into this matchup 5-20. The Angels 13-12. Pitching for Oakland is J.P. Sears with an ERA of 4.98. Pitching for the Angels is Shohei Ohtani with an ERA of 0.64. Sears, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 11 strikeouts. Ohtani, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 11 strikeouts. Oakland coming off back-to-back losses against the Angels. Angels coming off an 11-3 win yesterday, a big win for them. Oakland 1-5 on the road against the Angels. And yeah, I love the Angels here. Love Ohtani on the mound. He's been excellent here. And yeah, we're going to roll with the Angels at home. Next matchup, we got the Baltimore Orioles versus the Detroit Tigers. Baltimore opening up as road favorites at minus 155. Detroit plus 140 with the over-under at 7. Baltimore coming into this matchup 16-8. Detroit 9-14. Pitching for Baltimore is Kyle Gibson with an ERA of 3.60. Pitching for Detroit is Joey Wentz with an ERA of 7.56. Gibson, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 11 strikeouts. Wentz, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, and had 4 strikeouts. Baltimore, coming off a 6-2 win against Boston. I mean, they've looked great, 8-2 in their last 10 right now. Detroit coming off a Brewers loss. Baltimore is 4-1 against Detroit, and they're 4-1 on the road here, playing good baseball. I'm going to take the Orioles on the road. Next matchup, we got the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Chicago White Sox. Tampa Bay opening up as road favorites at minus 150. The White Sox plus 125 with the over-under at 7. Rays coming into this matchup 20-5. The White Sox 7-18. Pitching for the Rays is Shane McClanahan with an ERA of 1.86. Pitching for the White Sox is Dylan Cease with an ERA of 2.73. McClanahan, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 10 strikeouts. Cease, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. Tampa Bay coming off back-to-back Houston losses, not even scoring in both of those games, losing 1-0 yesterday. Then the White Sox, they're on a 7-game losing streak, coming off back-to-back scoreless games for them as well here. Yeah, I like Tampa Bay to bounce back here, and I'm going to roll with the Rays on the road. Next matchup, we got the Washington Nationals versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up as home favorites at minus 230. Washington plus 190 with the over-under at 8. Washington coming into this matchup 9-14. The Mets 14-11. Pitching for the Nationals is Trevor Williams with an ERA of 3.38. Pitching for the Mets is Joey Lucchesi with an ERA of 0. Williams, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Lucchesi, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 9 strikeouts. Washington, back-to-back wins against the Mets. Big underdog wins. Mets on a 4-game losing streak. Man, can we trust the Mets here? Back-to-back losses. Bad losses, too. They only scored 1 run in these 2 games against Washington. Man, Mets, the line's huge today for them. Lucchesi looked good in his first start, but I just don't know if I can trust the Mets today. bad losses. They've been a parlay killer the last 2 days, and I think I'll take a shot with Washington plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Kansas City Royals versus the Minnesota Twins. Twins opening up as home favorites at minus 200. Kansas City plus 170 with the over-under at 8. Royals coming into this matchup 6-19. The Twins 14-11. Pitching for the Royals is Zach Greinke with an ERA of 4.61. Pitching for the Twins is Tyler Mahle with an ERA of 3.32. Greinke, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Mahle, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Kansas City coming off an Arizona loss. They're 2-8 in their last 10. Minnesota coming off a tough Yankees loss here, but Kansas City 0-7 on the road against Minnesota. 3-10 straight up against Minnesota here, and yeah, I think I'm gonna roll with the Twins at home. Then the last matchup, we got the New York Yankees versus the Texas Rangers. Yankees opening up as road favorites at minus 175. The Rangers plus 145 with the over-under at 8. Yankees coming into this matchup 14-11. The Rangers 14-10. Pitching for the Yankees is Garrett Cole with an ERA of 0.79. Pitching for the Rangers is Andrew Heaney with an ERA of 4.34. Cole, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Heaney, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Yankees coming off a Minnesota win. Rangers on a little 3-game losing streak. Looked very bad in that Cincinnati series there. But I think they could definitely bounce back against the Yankees. A very even pitching matchup. Heaney's been good. Garrett Cole's been good as well. I think I'm going to take a shot with the Rangers plus 1.5 at home. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Thursday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Friday. Have a good one.